What I want to talk to you about today, everybody is going to get a copy of my little booklet that I wrote 25 years ago called The Eternal Mulligan. It's really 9 golf lessons that have the possibility of actually getting you to heaven. We know for sure that the Apostle Paul was a golfer. He said that he had finished the course. You remember that from 2 Timothy 4. We also know he was a golfer because I'm quoting from Romans, the 7th chapter. He apparently had about a 26 handicap because the Apostle Paul says, I do not understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do, but what I hate to do, I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out. No, the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing. He sounds like a slicer to me. Golf actually can help you get to heaven. Let me give you quickly the 9 lessons. Number 1, make sure that you listen to the pro. Now, you're going to be playing with a pro today. If the pro gives you some advice, take it. There's probably going to be some idiot that's worse than you that's going to try to help you as well. But listen to the pro in golf. Listen to the pro in life. Now, the second thing, though, is not only listen to the pro, but imitate the pro. The same thing has been true for me in life. Find somebody you can imitate, but obviously, Jesus himself is worth imitating. And now, the third thing about golf, you're going to read about in my little book, is that taught me is that in golf, you can prepare for a round of golf, but you cannot plan a round of golf because you plan to hit it down the left side of the fairway, and instead you're over in the left trees, right? It never works out. Plans never work out. And now fourth thing that golf has taught me that I love is that golf is about overcoming obstacles. The greatest golf courses in the world are the courses with the greatest obstacles. You don't want a golf course where every par 4 is 330 with no fairway bunkers and no problem in a flat green, do you? Boring, right? So does a great life have lots of obstacles. And so my 5th lesson is this. Golf is all about the finish. Golf is the first hole and it's the 18th hole, and nothing matters until you putt out on 18. Anybody remember Greg Norman bogeying the last hole a couple of times? He's still mad about it, I think, by the way. The last 4 lessons are, how do you finish well? Well, the first thing is that to recognize that nobody's perfect. Golf teaches you that better than anything. Well, a lot of people are going to get to the pearly gates, okay? The famous pearly gates, you've heard of them. And God's going to say, hey, are you good enough to come into my heaven? What are you going to do? Are you going to stand there and puff your chest out and start telling God how good you were? You're going to be just like me. You're just going to say, no, sir, I'm not good enough. Can we find a better way, another way, please? And I'm here to tell you there is another way, and there is a way. One of the words you'll hear in golf all the time is trust. Trust your swing. Now, actually, I've probably seen some of you guys' swings before, and I would actually advise you not to trust your swing. I made a decision a long time ago to trust Jesus Christ for my salvation. God sent his only son, Jesus, to this earth to die on a cross, to pay the penalty for my sin. And said if we trust him, if we follow him, we can make it. Well, the penalty for your sin is death. But God has taken care of that penalty. He loves us so much that he figured out a way. Even though we're far from perfect, he's figured out a way for us to have eternal life if we put our trust and our faith in him. Now, what happens when you do that? You get a mulligan. All your triple bogeys and double bogeys and bogeys, you got a scorecard that's just full of garbage. Am I right? But Psalm 32, 1 and 2, blessed is the man whose sins the Lord does not count against him. I call that my mulligan verse. Blessed is the man whose bogeys the Lord does not count against him. He takes your scorecard, the 5s and 6s and 7s, and he rips it up and tears it up and throws it away, and he gives you a brand new scorecard and says, would you like to start all over again? And so my last point is this. You do have to make a decision. Where am I going to end up?